No.
No sound yet. No sound yet.
Magic. Magic. I mean, it's quite laggy,
Yeah.
but okay, at least it's making sounds now. Yeah, can you don't loop it, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Amy. Now that our we got a replacement, Aiman is here. Thank you for joining us, even though it's even though it's Puasa.
Why not? Just impromptu, yeah lor.
Yeah, look, I mean we're just having chit chat, not like really shooting an episode anyway.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, as the title say, right?
What's the
Border
title
is
again?
open and we are traveling, right?
Yeah.
Soon, you losers. Gonna be recorded in the YouTube lah.
直接从这边 start 不要啦，你 edit
No edit one, it's direct upload yeah. Okay, right? Oh. Damn,
We have a tabletop. Hey, so this is how we're gonna start.
Damn son. Okay, hi. I think a bit of self-introduction. Welcome to the stream. I'm Ching. Hi. Look at that camera. Hi, I'm Ching. This is Amy. You introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Amy Yap. Just call me Amy.
And then yeah, the yellow shirt.
Hi, I'm Ratio.
I'm on Rachel.
Yeah, I'm on Ratio.
Yeah. So as assigned by our boss, he wants us to talk about punctuality. So this is gonna be like an impromptu topic. And since nobody likes impromptu better than Amy, let's start with Amy. Why don't you tell us about your views on this?
We're just gonna start off like this, no introduction and all. Okay, cool.
I mean, Amy is like the most punctual out of all of us, lah. So I think what better than her to start the speech, right? I mean the session, lah.
Yeah. Expert.
Before that, just want to highlight that today's episode is sponsored by Ratio. So if you need your coffee fix, come to Ratio.
Where's
We'll
my
give you the
sponsor?
perfect ratio.
Every single time.
You just drink my coffee and then let Amy talk.
Talk crap, right?
I mean, nobody's on stream, so it's fine. Just talk crap, lah.
This is the prep episode.
Yeah. Okay, Amy.
Punctuality. I think first of all, we can start off by saying what is punctuality is about. I think in Brunei or in general, like everyone has a kind of like a different cultural definition of what punctuality is. So there's certain range around there. I think from my understanding, typical Bruneian, among my friends, like we kind of have said, like within 15 minutes or 30 minutes, that's considered acceptable. I don't know, personally, I like to be on time.
Wait, you say late within 30 minutes is acceptable?
That's the typical setup lah.
On what occasion though?
Okay, this is on,
Occasion.
this is more on a personal lah, like, you know, like within friends, you're gonna meet up and all. I'm not talking about business setup, okay? So like, if I'm gonna go for dinner with a friend, let's say we meet up at 7 o'clock, it's kind of acceptable for them to say like they arrive within 7:15 or 7:30, which means usually they leave home by 7 p.m.
Yep.
So that's the see our most
No.
heck?
I'm just saying. Yeah,
Wait,
I
so-
agree.
No, if I call you out like have dinner or gathering at 7, right? Freaking it means 7 o'clock we're gonna start order food. Not like we're gonna wait for arrival of guests at 7 and then start ordering at 7.
It depends on the circle.
Yeah.
Like some circles is like, oh yeah, 7. And then meet there 7:45.
Why are you still friends with this kind of circle?
7:45?
Yeah, I mean like
Wow.
there are some circles that's
Is
like
this like
that.
a millennial thing or something?
It's Gen Z thing.
Well, in a way, I have friends that circle, say 7 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock, they wake up from nap or whatever it is, or
Also got-
after prayer and all, then they start getting ready. So not 7:45. They will arrive by 8 o'clock, you're happy already.
I see.
There are people like that.
Why
But
they bother coming?
Exactly.
Eh,
Yeah.
What?
But anyway,
if like that, right, every time this person come, when he arrived, I was like, okay, thank you for the time, bye. Everyone's like, stop already. So then at least he knows next time he has to come earlier. If not, he's gonna miss out all the conversation and the
Yeah.
fun.
well, I think that's still so far sama-sama masih lah.
Yeah. There are certain circles is like, oh, 7 p.m. sharp okay.
You mean Alex Circle lah?
It's like no lah. No, that one is even sharper. This one is like sharp, so within 5 minutes of that time is fine. Anything more is
No,
like
5 minutes. You joking and
yeah.
okay. Now coming to the business setup of how I am being trained, I take it after my dear leader,
Yeah.
Alex, is that you come in at least, ideally, preferably at least 15 minutes earlier lah. Because like, it kind of sets you into the tone, which I also agree. Because like, say 7 o'clock or whatever, we're talking more like ideally more like a business setup. But I think for me to stay consistent, I put it all into like any kind of aspect lah. Like, but with friends, I usually come like 5 minutes earlier only. Because if not, I know I'll wait for them for 1 hour. No point. But for work purpose, I come in at least like 15 minutes earlier if I can, or half an hour whatsoever. Because like by the time you come in, you can set your own tone, you can cool down a little bit. Brunei is hot, right? So kind of cool down a little bit, warm up and know what's going on, update a little bit. Then you can come into a meeting and all.
Yeah.
And usually if for our kinds of like effective meeting, I think it only takes like maybe 30 minutes to get things sorted out. As in like we discuss our points and we can move on to our next agenda, next schedule. So if you're really late, then there's no point. You come in like you say for your friend setup, they totally missed the whole thing already.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, for business reasons.
what's the point to come in already, right? I mean, maybe it's an age thing lah. I used to can tolerate like people being late. I myself also.
So time
Yeah.
is ticking for you.
No, it's just as you age, you start to
You value
appreciate
more of your time.
yeah, and then especially now with a kid also, right? The time that I can be out with him is limited. Like there's certain time that he needs to sleep, means he needs to sleep. So if let's say I need to go by 9 and then you're only showing up at 8:45, I'm not gonna wait for you because my son is gonna sleep, right? So I'm just gonna like, ciao, bye bye, see you for that 5 minutes or 10 minutes talk, then go already. And I think a lot of people in my circle are at that age or at that point of time already. So they have their families, they have their own like work and everything to take care of. So we kind of respect each other in the sense that, we don't waste each other's time. If we say it's 7, maybe 5 minutes late, it's fine. But if it's 30 minutes late, then we're not going to wait. We're just going to order our own food. We'll just eat. If by the time we haven't finished our food, you arrive, then you just order your own. Then we have a quick chit chat. And then if we need to leave, we leave. No, we're not doing the I wait for you, you wait for me game anymore. I think that's the state that we are in now. Maybe that's why I don't have a lot of friends.
And it's because you have kid by now.
But it's a matter of choice, you see.
Yeah.
I choose my friends carefully.
Yeah.
So that's why my good friend is even worse than me. He T minus 15, he's there already. So
Yep.
yeah. So I'm
Your
T minus
good
0,
friend?
I'm there.
Yeah.
My friend and my boss.
Yeah. Like some people is like, hey, be punctual at 7 p.m. and then everyone comes like 6:45. Hey, why you so early?
It's like, wow. Like, what kind of weather brought you here so
Yeah.
early today?
Yeah, I think it depends on the crowd.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. If everyone among your friends are all late, it kind of become like the social norm already.
Yeah.
So and then everyone expects it like to be late. It's on time.
In that sense, right, I think I kind of appreciate like the current setup or new norm brought about by pandemic. Because like from there's a lot of things that we need to do bookings, right? So there's like a lot of time limits and in between. Also we also try to limit our outings. Even like nowadays, like even though like right now like third wave is like a bit more eased out and then we are early endemic stage. I think that practice is carried on. At least personally, and quite a number of people around me also, we respect that, and we have picked up as a practice. So I think it's a good practice to continue on, so that again, like time is precious, life is precious. So like, don't waste people's time by. I think it's a courtesy also. Like if you're gonna be late, just go like, hey, I'm gonna be late, and like estimated around what kind of like how much time and all this thing. Because like, technically in Brunei, it's not like in other countries in KL or Bangkok, whatever. The traffic, yeah, the traffic is kinda predictable-ish to an extent. So I think within 15-30 minutes, still kind of acceptable lah. 15 minutes lah. 15 minutes I think is generally very acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 30 minutes is a bit too much lah, to be honest. Anything more than 30 minutes, dude.
You don't even bother.
I can come from
don't
Tutong
need
to
come,
Bandar
yeah.
within 30 minutes
It's
already.
like,
You're
never
telling
mind.
me you're coming from, let's say, Brakas to Bandar, 30 minutes. Okay lah, sometimes, you know, I have experience being stuck in like
Traffic.
huge traffic, floodings, you know, there was like
Yeah.
yeah. That I think can understand, or there's like major road block. But even road block in Brunei, technically maybe delayed by 5
5
10
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just respecting only lah.
Yeah, I think we have to get rid of that like thinking that it's okay to be late.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I think in Brunei we see a lot of people. I mean, okay, like back in my time lah, a lot of people say, you know, it's expected Korean is always late, and that is actually not a very positive thing we can put on ourselves, right? Like, oh, Bruneians are always slow, Bruneians are always late compared to others, and that's why sometimes when people say it enough, it becomes like a norm. They're like, yeah lah, Brunei always late lah. So since you all say like that, we just, you know, always late lah. And that affects a lot of things in life also. I mean, yeah, maybe we look at it as a social gathering. Yeah, sure, that's fine lah. But you know, I'm sure you heard of, you know, cases where people lose business, people lose respect, people lose relationship because they're late. Because being on time actually is a sign of respect. I respect your time. That's why I want to make sure that before you hear or before on our agreed time, we can both spend time together like that.
Yep.
So I admit also I used to be very bad at being on time lah. So yeah, it affected relationship, business son. Luckily not yet lah. So touch wood lah.
Hey.
Yeah, we all know that there's certain person who lost quite big businesses because they're being late.
Yeah.
And so that's a good lesson to learn. So I would say, don't use being late as an excuse. I know it can be easy to fall into a habit. Actually, being late is a habit lah. Like
Yeah.
it's a habit.
It's really difficult to change.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like you kind of know in Brunei, you kind of know how long it will take for you to arrive at a certain place.
Yeah.
Especially after you drive for a while already, you
So,
know, like,
20
it's gonna
minutes.
take me,
20 minutes.
like myself, like 50 minutes from my house to come to office. So if I want to be on time, I can just leave like 15 minutes earlier, you know. That's what normally people do.
Yeah.
So then it becomes my habit that every time if I need to leave home, I only look at my time and say, okay, it is, let's say if I need to be in the office by 9, okay, it's 8 o'clock. I need to leave my house, die, no matter what, right? So that is a habit already. Then some people, they know that it's going to take an hour. They say, no, I need to be in office 5 minutes earlier. So 8:55, no, 7:55, they would leave the home. I think, yeah, that's how it is. It's a habit. So every time they look at it like, okay, I know this trip is going to take me 30 minutes. I will be 30 minutes minus 5, 30 minutes minus 10. So it's a habit, I would say, lah, to be late. Lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think generally because we drive around ourselves 100% of the time or 80% of the time at least, being late, you tend to rush and you know you're going to be late, but you kind of want to be not so late, so you kind of speed up and all these things. So again, road accidents are something more catastrophic than any like other kind of transports. I myself, I got into a tiny, very luckily, like a small road accident because the guy behind me was late for work. So, but it was like a traffic building up in front.
Okay.
So basically, I was the first car in the traffic light, and then it turned green, right? So I went on, but very quickly all the cars were building up. So like after that, I had to stop. Like I didn't speed up a lot, then I just stopped. But then that car, obviously because he was late, he really speed up a lot, and then couldn't brake in time. Knocked into my car. And then we had to pull over, and then I just asked him like, why was he in such a rush? You could obviously see that whole highway was like building up. This was in Brakas at the time. Then he just said, oh, sorry mom, I got late. And I say, What does that do? Now we are pulled aside, and then luckily there was no damage done to both of us, like as in like the health wise and all this thing, and also to our cars. It's just like a very minor impact lah, luckily. But the fact that we had to pull aside and try to mitigate the like the collision and all this thing, it took extra more time. So it's like a counter effect. So from that time onwards, I'm like, you know what? Like if you're late, okay lah, just admit it. Like just don't rush. There's no need to speed up and all this thing because you don't want to, incur a lot more damage. But again, be respect with if you're like having some meetings with somebody else, like if you're gonna be late, let them know first. But again, if you're already on the road and all this thing, you're gonna be late. At least absorb in that and go like, okay, I know it's gonna be late. There's no point. The fastest I drive a lot more faster. Also add on minus
1
off
minute.
few
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, 1
exactly.
minute,
it's,
2 minutes.
It's quite hard to save that, like shave off that time, right? You
Yeah.
need to drive very, very fast.
Yeah, like how funny is this? Like sometimes you always like drive past a guy, like another car that's so fast, zoom on. In the end, you all meet in the same traffic light again.
Yeah.
Then repeat the second, third time, you go like, dude, you're still next to me.
I drive so fast also like no use.
Yeah, so in the end, just learn to pace a little bit down. But if you want to change something, change it with like what Ching was talking about, like minus that 5 minutes, 10 minutes before, like ahead of time lah, before you leave the room.
Yep.
Aiman, you got something to share? Because I know
As a young guy.
you are in that generation, right?
Oh, yeah.
You really respect time.
Yeah, I'm still improving. It's still a work in progress, but I have improved significantly.
How come?
Okay lah. Let's just background story lah. Back then, when I wanted to enter kira Alpson, yeah, I had an appointment with Alex, and I come like 1 hour late.
Dear Lord. First appointment? First appointment?
No, before like talking to in a sense interview lah. Interview with Alex is like 1 hour late, and then it was like punctuality is very important. And then now okay lah, improving lah. Most of the time.
he still meet you that time.
Yelah, lucky.
Now I think if the person is late, he's like,
Nope.
I
Yeah.
don't want you on my team.
At least we got to know you also.
Yeah. Okay lah. Ada improvement lah.
By now, what, 55 minutes? Or what?
By no. It's like on time or like 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late.
But okay, can you help us to understand also? What's
Okay.
the reason like that? I mean, why that 10 minutes? 1 hour, okay lah. That one also why?
Kalau 1 hour tu is entah.
Like, do you know like your appointment or whatever that you're supposed to schedule on, let's say a particular, let's say 10
Yeah.
a.m. lah. So what's going on with you like at 10 o'clock already and you're still nowhere near?
Entah, back then I also didn't remember what was happening.
Like couldn't be bothered or?
No, not really. Not couldn't be bothered. Entah.
No, okay. So being a chronic latecomer, I know what is happening. I think lah.
Okay.
It's like you are very confident in the management. Okay, so maybe for me lah.
So-
I'm very confident that I can reach this time in X
10 minutes.
So what happened is that I tend to drag doing anything to prepare myself to do that thing, like, which is to get ready,
Yep.
documentation or whether it is, until it's like, oh my god, it's like 15 minutes left for the time to drive already. I need to prepare. So it's actually the preparation that leads to the lateness.
Yeah, I think so.
For me lah.
Procrastination lah.
The procrastination
Yeah, it's
to
like
prepare.
it's like delaying.
Yeah. So like
Nimpang there, not bothered to move.
watch some manga, check some YouTube, go
Right.
do anything
Eat
except
first lah.
for preparing.
Is that the same thing for you also?
Well, not reading manga, YouTubing lah. It's more like go eat first lah.
Browse.
Apa ada makanan lah. Masak dulu lah.
Yeah, you do anything
Yeah.
other than it's like, oh, still got time lah. Let's just wait a bit, wait a bit, and then you realize like, there it's like,
Yeah.
I only have 10 minutes to prepare. Let's go shower, let's go brush my teeth, all these things,
Yeah.
and then you start driving. So yeah, you only have 10 minutes to prepare. So it's actually the preparing that is like making me late lah.
But you will wake up
Early.
Early, yeah.
Early.
enough lah.
I wake up early enough, yeah. I mean, okay, I
Wow.
Used to wake up late, but I already kicked that habit aside.
Yeah.
lah. So now
That's
I wake
But
up
the
late.
delay habit
But
is
the
still
delay
there.
is still like procrastinating to prepare.
Yeah.
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 Okay, that's new to me. Okay, because I grew up with a very time paranoid father.
Oh.
So he was the kind that if my class finished at 12:30, I kinda have to appear by the door, the car there at 12:31. That kind of like how impatient he was. He has always been. So for us, my whole family, we grew up in that kind of mindset. Okay, it's about time. I know I need to focus, but at the same time, I'm packing, I'm doing things and all these things. But my mind is still with you because we kiasu, right? Like we need to learn as much as possible. So we pack, and then moment, ding dong, okay, rush out.
Okay, I want to ask also, since you like prepare so fast, right? Does your teacher like scold you like, Amy, we haven't finished, why you pack already?
Because I won't be the only one. So it'll be like
okay.
majority of the class will be like that. It's just that they take their time to walk out and all this thing, but we will be like, in a almost like a rugby squad lah, like trying to find
sieve
the
through
spots.
to,
Yeah, correct,
to get
correct.
to the.
So that
Ikan busu.
yeah, swing through and all this thing. So that kind of carry out. Of course, there's also a period when eventually I got my own time schedule, like especially uni time, I was so reckless. That one leave it to other time. But eventually when I started working and all this thing, it kind of come back to me again. Like, okay, if my work starts at 8, and then I kind of have to be there by 8. But of course, it became a chronic thing at one point in my previous job because people come in around 8:30, 8:45. Then I come in that half an hour, 40 minutes. Technically, I wouldn't have much to do, much to catch up. It would be so quiet, so empty, even though the traffic and all. Like people would come in and have breakfast, but I would have breakfast at home. So eventually, at one point, I kind of joined the crowd, joined the tribe to be late also. But now I changed I felt like I was wasting a lot of my life that time. So eventually, when I switched over to this career, I know, okay, I can gain back that time management. Like if I want to zone off, not do anything, I would rather do that at home in a proper resting hours than to drag on and all these things. So that habit kick in. Like if we say 1:30, I'll make sure like it takes, let's say, half an hour for me to get here, then I'll leave by 12:45 instead of 1 o'clock. So
15
that,
minutes
yeah,
earlier.
as a buffer in case I want to, slow down, enjoy my music, or, by the time I come to a parking space, I don't have to kalang kabut and find a spot. I can take my sweet time to look for an ideal spot and then take my time to off the engine, reply to messages, and then slowly, gracefully walk in. Hopefully that's the case.
True.
Sometimes rushing lah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
So
just
she
realized-
grew up like
Askar.
Askar in an
Yeah,
Askar
Askar.
environment.
In terms of time, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I just realized we totally didn't hit the top title. We're on trouble now we're talking about time. But
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's also a good topic to talk about.
We can change the topic, right?
Yeah, I'm changing now.
Yeah, I think it will be quite fun to do tabletop topic like this. Because I think that's what debate team was all about, right, last time.
Yeah.
It's like they throw in or Toastmaster type, like someone give you a topic. So I don't know if that's our audience, but let's say the audience are interested, you can bring out a topic
that's
to us.
What we look
And
like.
then,
Yeah.
by doing this kind of impromptu sharing is because it's also quite fun because it means this is our most unfiltered thoughts and opinions on the particular topic. That should be
Yeah,
quite
for
fun.
me it's like no editing needed lah. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, I'm lazy, but that's me. Yeah,
It's not easy to
you get the
produce
full
video
package
lah.
lah. It's either me or go somewhere else. No, just kidding. Stay, please.
I'm the one watching the stream right now.
Sorry? It's fine, yeah.
Nothing.
I mean it's gonna be uploaded anyway. Then people,
Yeah.
if they wanna watch it in the future, they can. So maybe if I pop up and become the next, Mark Zuckerberg,
Oh.
and they wanna watch my old stream, like,
Wow.
this is Ching when he was a bit more normal.
A bit more normal. Talk crap again.
Yeah, he was human once or so.
Yeah. We wait till Ching becomes the.
Yeah, and also just to wrap it up also.
Yeah.
The reason why we are doing this particular topic is because our colleague who is supposed to co-host with us,
Yes.
courtesy of Rachel's replacement.
Yes. There's supposed to be another guy who's supposed to turn up at 1:30 with an agreed time.
And now it's
and now it's
2:32.
already 2:32 according to Amy, and he's still not here yet. So that's why, luckily we got Ayman to come in and replace the emergency.
Yeah.
So we changed the topic and say instead of saying travel, let's be on time, because if he were to fly, he would have missed the flight also.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's something for you to take note of lah, huh? Fuck say.
So we bash him at his absence. So
Yeah, we just drink with his absence lah. But I think, let us know what you think. I think this is quite fun.
I think
Having
I also like this.
casual talk crap.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want us to talk more about random things, especially things in Brunei, let us know, and then we will talk about it.
Yeah, we'll add on the Brunei spices
Yeah.
and culture as per our experience and understanding.
And guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, end stream. Done. Congratulations.